Hello and welcome. I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and you have found your way to TPK Roleplay. We are so very glad you're here and hope you enjoy your stay. Over the course of the next several months, we are going to be playing our way through the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module, Rime of the Frostmaiden. The beasts of the land awaken and serve to remove the pestilence of humanity. No more shall I tolerate their continuation. First and foremost, we are keeping it short today. So, show's not meant for kids. Players here are warned tonight. Safety tools for them, not you. TPK Discord plug. Heck, go. Like and follow request. And be good. That's the rule. Be good. Introductions will be in reverse order tonight. Which will be made clear when we get to the final player for the intro. So there will be one last announcement there. The question for tonight: what is your character's favorite winter animal? What is your character's favorite winter animal? That's the thing. Don't forget that. Got it figured out. Good. Reverse order. First, in tonight's introductions, and always on our mind, it's Rox.
I don't know about always on our minds. Hi, everybody. My name is Rox. I play Neo, who is a Fire Ganassi monk. I would say both of our pronouns are he, him as well. Neo's favorite winter animal is going to be a polar bear, just because they're cute. Almost because they're so cute. They're so cute. And that's pretty much the only reason.
And nothing like a 12-foot tall bear that tears things apart to make you go, "That's cute."
They're cute.
They're cute. It's how they're built cute.
The Coca-Cola commercial.
They're friend-shaped.
Coca-Cola machine. They're friend-shaped. In the upper left corner of your screen, tonight's return guest and top billing for anyone who reads left to right, it's Sir Heckalot.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. Tonight I'm playing Astoria, the ASMR lore bard. And I think since they have big, large white wings, just like her, I think her favorite winter animal would be the snowy owl.
Snowy owl. Perfect. Wonderful. Shared wings. Wonderful. Very cute. When they're not tearing mice apart. Violent animals in the winter world. Anyway, in the upper right section of your screen, top billing for anyone who reads right to left, it's Al.
Hi, my name is Al Lucart, and I play Mirth, our copper dragonborn bard. And Mirth's favorite northern winter animal is the harp seal, because they're like plump hot dogs with fur, and they're just darling. So I think he likes them a lot. Frozen hot dog.
Frozen hot dog that violently eats penguins.
And also gets eaten by orcas, and so it's just sort of a cycle.
It's just this...
The circle of life. Womp, womp, womp.
It eats us all. Continuing
No, not that.
In the right center section of the screen. Last in the pre-written intros, but first in our hearts, it's T.
Hi, it's T. My pronouns are he, they, and I play Brahm, the human paladin. His pronouns are he, him. Brahm's favorite winter animal is probably if he was going to choose himself, it would probably be a brown bear. If I was going to choose for him, I probably would say like a muskox or like a Przewalski's horse. I actually think
Przewalski horses are so cool.
They are, but when people choose animals for themselves, they usually choose like cool carnivores, but I think honestly there's a lot of people that are probably more herbivores that would like to identify as carnivores than they would like to admit. So
yeah,
there you go.
Very, very true. Yeah, it is interesting. People do identify as carnivores a lot. That's funny.
They do, and it's not true. And it's just no, I see you completely differently, but I won't tell you because you're going to be offended. You're going to be offended.
I've always thought of you as a cow. It just doesn't go over well. It just doesn't go over well.
I actually told my mother that when I was about 3. She was very offended. She rated my responses 0 out of 10. So
just didn't go well.
it was my second favorite animal. So like my favorite was the horse, and then like second favorite was the cow. So she's like almost as good as the horse, but not quite. So
That's so cute.
Sorry, Mom, you can't pull off a horse, but you're a great cow.
no, horse is too beautiful. No human could be more beautiful than a horse. So you got to be more beautiful than a cow. Second tier.
Second tier. Makes sense.
You're so honest. Too honest.
Last in our introductions. So I have a habit in my introductions that I do not pre-write introductions for notable events. Things like season finales, that sort of stuff, or when we are saying goodbye to a player. Tonight is going to be Foxy's last session with us here on Cold Hands, Warm Heart. And so for me, that marks a special occasion and something that doesn't do justice to the situation to pre-write. And it's very funny that we were laughing about your current Twitter antics today. Because for those of you that don't know, I stumbled across Foxy ripping into someone who was being ignorant on the internet. Whether they were trolling, whether they're an idiot, the details of it don't really matter. But that's how I first found Foxy. And the first impression that I had of Foxy and what immediately endeared him to me was that Foxy is someone that just does not sit down and let stuff like that go unaddressed. You can't be hateful in Foxy's presence without being told you're being hateful. And that is a power and a gift and a blessing that Foxy has and utilizes, no matter how much Twitter wants to take it away from him. And, you know, to follow Foxy, you have to keep on your toes and just search Foxy every once in a while to see which iteration we're on. I will say Foxy Eternal was an optimistic choice, but I believe in you. Because you know what you're doing, it's strength and it's power and it's displayed, and it shows that people don't have to let idiocy go unaddressed, and that is a superpower. You don't just wave your hand, hit a block button, and let it go. You don't retweet the person with 50 followers and say, oh, hate on this person. No, you show up and you don't just hate on them, you show them. It's not that you're just being dumb, this is the science of how I know you're being dumb. And that second part, it's not just that Foxy won't let go unspoken. The second part is even greater. Foxy knows his shit. You can't get into an argument with Foxy, especially about sociological issues, and think that if you just hand wave something or say some people I know or something like that's going to fly. Because Foxy will throw a chart at you that reinforces his point times 18. And I'm not convinced he's Googling these as they go. I think he knows them. I'm pretty sure a lot of
I have a research document is the trick, actually. I have a document on my computer full of separated sources for different issues. I got trans issues, I got immigration issues, economic issues, like socioeconomic policy, race, you name a topic, I got a couple sources for it. Just stored up.
And I have always respected that duo element of your personality. It's not just that you won't let the idiocy stand, it's that you will shine a light on the fact that it is wrong. It's quantitatively, qualitatively, socially, it's wrong. And you have a way of saying that I just absolutely adore. So Foxy, we are sorry to see you go from this game. We are excited to continue to see you on all sorts of games to come. And I'm pretty sure with the amount of squealing about at least some session coming up soon, I don't know if it's been announced, so I'll just keep that, where it is. But the amount of squealing that took place, there's a lot to be excited about with Foxy on the big internets. So, last in the introductions tonight, and his final HP introduction for this game, it's Foxy.
Sheesh, I don't think I need to say anything. Hi, I'm your resident internet nuisance and Twitter bloodhound, Foxy. It's great to be here. This has been a table I will take with me everywhere I go, and I can't wait to talk more about that when we get out of here. I just want to get right into this. Tonight, I will be reprising for the absolute last time the Last of the Metal Guard and First of Twilight's Children, Azarus, the Warforged Rune Knight, and his favorite animal is penguins, because penguins are fucking great. And I just can't wait to play tonight, guys. Let's fucking get into it.
Yeah,
Sounds
they
great.
ruthlessly hunt fish.
Have you
That's
seen?
theme.
Oh no! No. Have you seen the inside of a penguin mouth?
Great.
Yeah.
So terrifying.
Terrifying. That's
Terrifying.
of all the creatures named today, the inside of a penguin mouth is the most terrifying.
Oh, you haven't seen the
I wanna
inside of the
look at
leatherback
that.
sea turtle's mouth. You gotta go do
That
that.
wasn't
Very
listed
hard.
though. I said of the
Oh.
ones listed tonight.
Ah.
Now I have to look this up, though. Okay, hold on.
I'm not gonna.
I'm doing it.
That-
Keep going on. If you see my face get really weird, you know I found it.
Now I'm hoping I remembered right. Oh yeah. Yep. That's
Oh, God.
perfect.
Okay, fine. I'm looking it up now.
Oh,
Everyone,
that's an alien.
feel free to Google.
It's
Oh,
not that
God.
bad. I thought it was gonna be worse.
Ew! It's so hairy.
They're like hairy teeth.
Yep, it's really gross. It's so that their jellyfish don't slip out.
Yeah. So your jellyfish don't slip out.
I'll
Yeah.
take phrases you don't hear often for 500.
You know,
Yeah, and don't want
I'm
to hear
just
again.
saying. I'm just saying, that's the truth.
it is the truth. Well, we will have a boon after we get started because of that tip that was sent in. So thank you, Kohlrabi.
Hooray.
As for our session, we do not have a fish for tonight because we're mid-fight, so there is nothing to summarize yet. We do, however, have a brief takeaway scene before we jump straight into the encounter. Incredibly, well, not incredibly, let's say modestly large white wings beat the air, coming to rest on the prow of a long abandoned wreck. A growl from the hold below gives the winged visitor pause. Aistapaska. Dragon talons clink against the frozen planks of the derelict vessel as he settles on his haunches on the deck. Language, creature. What would my mother say after hearing such filth? Voi vitu and kavatia kirpi and takatalvi. A second, far larger set of wings snap in the frozen night. Oi, Vaska. As the ancient dragon settles on the beached ship, it leans and creaks beneath her weight. The deep and rolling voice causes a small avalanche down nearby hills. She tilts her head, then gently shakes the ship. A second, rougher shake nearly topples the nearby wormling and causes a guttural yelp from below. Why do I not hear my bell? As for the party, the camera pans back to the elven tomb that they came across, the mummy that they raised from her slumber, and the disinterested, frustrated, and rather angry white moose that emerged from the other side. We've already exchanged pleasantries, so the only thing to do is roll initiative.
Thought you'd never ask.
Don't forget to click your things so that you end up in the initiative order. I'm going to switch to the combat music, and we are going to go straight in.
Hit my music, DJ.
Not sure if I should be rolling it. I'm not there.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. Go ahead and toss yourself on there and roll because we will swap you out.
Okay.
I got too
I got a
excited.
6.
I got too excited.
13. I'll take a 13.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. That was close to a natural 20, I think. Or 19.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
Rocks, you got a 20, but it didn't list on the thingy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's there.
Ooh.
I got it.
I'm surprised I got the 20.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
Yay.
best boy.
Let's
This
get it.
20s all session.
May
I wouldn't mind some of
this
those.
be the beginning of something great.
Of many 20s.
Of many
All
20s.
I know it won't be,
100%
but
funny. Look, I have dragons for the occasion.
Look at that. It all worked out.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you make those?
No.
Okay.
No,
No, I'm
I
serious.
don't-
Hey, it's not. That question is not out of the blue. One of
Yep.
No,
Jared's
I haven't.
many talents is making incredible soft sculptures.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fair.
I do-
Not
I
wrong.
do have them up here, but no dragons. Never made me. No one's ever asked me to make dragons, actually.
Well, now you have our Viterace to consider.
That is
Oh,
true.
God.
Oh, I didn't move the initiative over enough so that chat could see. I think that's there. There we go. So as for this, the first thing that is going to happen is as Ravison crawls out, and to remind you of how she entered the stage, Ravison, if you saw how Enchantress moved in
Mhm.
the Suicide Squad movie, that half crawl, tilted
Yeah.
head, greasy
Yeah.
hair,
No.
that is the mood that Ravison brings. And as she crawls out of this hole in the wall, she glances over at the white moose and goes, "Yes, we shall play." And she lifts both of her hands. And as her hands rise, the snow on this platform in front of her begins to coalesce, come together, and take on shapes. One shape looks very much like a bear. Not a polar bear, but covered in fur, smaller. A second, a much larger spider that stretches 6 feet tall
Oh,
from its
God.
legs to its top.
Ah.
As her hands reach above her head, she snaps all of her fingers forward and the snow falls off the figures, revealing a brown bear
Can I use counterspell?
and an ice spider.
Jesus.
May I, or is that unrealistic?
It is a reaction. We are in combat. If you would like to
It's really rude
counterspell,
of me. I acknowledge, but can I
I
do
think
it
it's
rules-wise?
perfectly fine, personally.
you may counterspell.
Okay. The thing is, if she's casting a spell of third level or lower,
Mhm.
the spell does fail. But because I'm pretty freaking sure whatever just happened is fourth level or higher, I have to make an ability check using my spell casting. So
No.
the DC is 10. Oh, I don't?
Third level.
Woo!
Wow.
Mirth looks and goes, ah, just like you would when a cat's throwing up in the corner in the middle of the night. He just points at her and goes, ah, like a panic, no, kind of a
Oddly
way, and
specific.
magic flies out of his pointing finger claw and does whatever it's about to do.
In that case, when she snaps her fingers, the snow falls, and instead of falling off the creatures, it just collapses.
Mirth pulls like a full-on Jack Sparrow and kind of looks at his hand like, oh, it
She
worked.
she looks down at the piles of snow and goes, "Well, may the maiden give me strength." And draws a
Don't
scythe.
shake his
Brom,
head.
go ahead.
I do not like
Let's
spiders.
see. He is up high.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
sorry. No, Neo is going to be faster than you. Higher Dex. Neo,
Oh.
you're first.
Fair for that. Okay, Neo's going to jump his little self on down.
You just jump down and land on my head and then jump down from there.
Oh,
Yes.
It's only a 10-foot drop, so it's only like it's a small step onto Azra's
It's like
shoulder.
a light step onto my shoulder and then you hop down from there.
that'll save me some movement. Oh my gosh, I cannot count.
Imagine doing numbers well.
40, 45.
Damn.
He's gonna come right there.
You fast, kid.
Monks are so fast.
He is fast. I'm like,
Naruto running over the swirling badass.
listen.
I'm serious. The
No, I know,
animators
it's
really
just-
went in on it.
The image was great. I love it. Like,
And then he's gonna I cannot pronounce their names. So
Rivison.
Everything's not worth
Rivison. He's
pronouncing.
gonna use 2 produce flames on Rivison.
All right.
Get here. That is an 18 and an 11.
The 18 will hit.
Alrighty, and they're gonna take 8 damage as he summons his fireball Kamehameha and shoots that thing straight for the head.
She dodges it, skips off of her shoulder, burns into the wall behind her.
And
Anything
I'm
else?
gonna use 1 key point to take the dodge action.
Sounds great.
And that's my turn.
Brom.
All right. I think Brom's gonna have to double move to get there. Is what I calculated. So Brom's gonna take out sword. I think he had put it away when he was talking to the elven woman. He will bow to her, take out his sword, and move in her direction over here. So I think he gets to her, and then he has to stop.
All right, sounds good. Anything else? The moose is going to pass its head, looking at each of you in turn. And it's going to begin to bellow. And when it does, its jaw starts to open.
No.
Its mouth opens much, much wider
yeah, of course.
than a moose's
I don't
mouth
like that.
should. The bottom jaw will peel away, the top of the maw as well, where these 4 pieces of its mouth will open wide.
Oh, cool. It's a predator. Fantastic.
And it will go,
Actually,
"This will be fun."
For one of
And
us,
it's
certainly.
going to, let's see, it is actually, I have to switch to the right layer because I keep going to the wrong one.
Mood.
It's going to swing around here, start to get some momentum, and charge, running straight toward Neo.
Bad.
oh
No.
Oh!
7 misses terribly
Yeah.
as it tries to
Thank God.
bash into you with its massive rack of bloody red antlers. And as soon as it misses, it's going to just pause for a second and kind of turn to stop its momentum. Oh, wait. What did Tony give me?
Oh no.
Oh, advantage on the next roll.
Oh no.
So that's actually a 21, not a 7. Apologies. Thanks, Tony. So that will hit.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, since I'm using the dodge, would that cancel it?
Oh, it does cancel out. You're using the dodge. It's a 7. It still misses.
This game is
This-
Uno reverse. This whole battle started out with
This-
Uno reverse. It's just like no and you. Oh my God.
Actually, no, you.
Furious. The moose is
No,
going
you
to
got
turn
another
to
one.
stop its momentum and try and kick back and kick you, Neo. So at disadvantage, that's still a 19. Still a 19. 4, and I have to roll not the +7 because it doesn't get its charge, just the 9. So
Oh.
9 damage.
Okay,
Right.
that would have been scary. I don't like
That
that.
almost
7.
crushed.
That's I know like and I know approve.
I don't like that.
I know like
My mistress, please show them. And then Rivison is going to look straight at Brahm, and the hooked sword that she drew across her cheek, she's going to put on her belt, shake off her hands again, and say, "She can't do that forever." And she starts raising her hands again. As she does, the snow reaccumulates into these shapes.
Let me look up how dispel magic works.
And when her hands get to the top, she snaps. This time, when the snow falls,
Could it just not be a spider this time? That'd be fantastic. That's all I need.
the same two creatures
Motherfuck.
fall out of the shaped snow. So that is where those two, that burns her turn and an additional spell slot. So, I mean, a counter
God, they're
spell
huge.
well used. And she'll say, well, get them. No, him. And like in a half crouch, she points to Braum.
Wait, what?
He's in her face, and she is a druid.
No, sorry. No, not that. Something else.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me.
So I'm going to stick them in, but they are right after her because that's how the spell works. Hit the button, 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 hit the button. The spider is going to lower its front two legs and give a bow to Revison before it says, "Yes, mistress."
I hate it.
And it's going to try and bite Braum. It's going to scoot this way because it's actually smart. And try and take a bite out of Braum. 20 to hit Braum.
That hit.
I need a Constitution save if you would. An 18 is a success, so it reaches out and tries to takes a chunk out of Braum, and its two fangs find a way through your armor. You take 5 damage, and you resist some of the poison, and only 6 poison damage as it pumps the venom into you.
Mm.
The bear on the other side of you goes, "Yes, mistress," and immediately begins clawing at Braum. Or no, takes a claw first. 13 is going to miss. And as it slaps, its giant maw comes down to try and take a chunk out of your shoulder. And it's also repelled by your armor. So no damage from the bear. That is their turns. So on to Foxy.
Guess we're not wasting time then, huh? I am going to walk 10, 15, 20. Stop right there. I'm actually going to stop right here because that's 30 feet exactly. I guess it's stop right here because I can't be in the way. So I'm going to get big because I'm going to just get big. I'm going to get big strong. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, Azra's going to come forward, stand next to Neo, recognize that he's got his little friend's back, pat his head a little bit, and just recognize that hand is slowly getting bigger over your head as I grow into conquest mode.
Perfect.
Foxy,
What's up?
I don't know if Azarus can move to another side of the moose, but if you do, then you can get advantage too.
That's fair. I guess I could have gone like here-ish probably from where I was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you only need to be on. You don't need to go all the way on the other side. You just need to be on another side of a large creature.
So
if I remember
that sculpture, for lack of a better term, is big enough that you cannot. You have to go around it.
But what if I get big? Can I just step over it?
You could also just like move here, or
I would. If you get large, I will still give the creature cover unless you get on the other side of that. Just partial cover. Because it's hard to swing over the top of a wall.
That's fair. In the case, let's see. From where I was, 5, 10, 15, 20. I can still also have movement. 20,
okay,
25,
if you got movement.
30. Cool.
There you
I'm
go.
30. I'm good.
Okay, just check it. And then you want to be big?
Yep. Let's get to it.
I have a button for that.
Oh, wait, for real? That's dope. Hell yeah, you do.
No, I just had to drag it.
Oh, well, I mean, it looked cool. I mean, I thought you had a button for it, so I was ready to believe that. Cool. I'm going to start hitting. Are these squares adjacent? because I'm in 4 squares right now.
Yes, you're in 4
Fuck
squares,
this
so you
spider
are
thing.
adjacent to that.
Cool. I don't like spiders at all. It's gonna go away now. I'm gonna hit it really hard in the face if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Cool. Gonna have that happen if you real quick. Does a 17 hit it?
A 17 will hit, yes.
Cool. Here comes 2d6 plus 3 damage outright for only 7, unfortunately. But
Okay.
I am in conquest mode, so I'm gonna add my giant's might damage from that, which I think is another d6. I forgot I haven't been in combat in a while. Sorry. D6, yeah, extra d6, and then yeah. So there's that coming in for another 1. 8 damage total.
8 damage total. Got it.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Hit away.
I crit.
Perfect. 26 definitely.
For 25 damage.
Perfect. 25 plus what you already did. You start swinging at this spider and you are slashing the legs out from under it, and it just collapses in a heap dead.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Fantastic. Yeah, Azarus like walks. I imagine like Braum is like fighting with Rivison, just sees the massive cleaver sword bifurcate the spider. Azarus just like, I don't like spiders.
Brom looks over his shoulder and just kind of like nods like, I see.
Brom's like, get it! Oh my god, I see it's on the ceiling.
As the spider falls in half to the ground, it disperses into snow again, and you see Rivison on the other side, and she definitely has an eye on you now.
Aye.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. For the next term, sorry about that, Heck. I thought that I had thrown a token out for you.
It's there. I see it.
No, a token.
Yeah, but like a round token, not like my square picture. Like for some reason, like I thought I put a token on as like my sheet.
Yeah, there we
but
go.
Maybe I didn't. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, I'm sideways. What happened?
Everyone was on a boat, so that's the last time you were on. So over next to Mirth, Lane is preparing to hop down, get involved in this, and there is a bright light that shines. Oh, wait.
Damn it.
Oh, got it. Sorry, I was reading a message. There is a light that shines and encompasses Lane, and you all hear, "Not now!" And Lane's voice fades away.
Mirth looks over his shoulder and goes, really?
In Lane's place, there is that familiar patch of green grass and wildflowers. Standing in the middle of it is Astoria again. And standing next to Astoria, wearing a firefighter's jacket, a yellow hat, and holding a hose that's not attached to anything. It goes to the end of the hose and just disappears behind them, is a very small Mercutio. Mercutio looks around and goes, oh, you're all busy. Oh, well, good luck. Bye. Oh, wait. No. This will be good. You points up at Astoria. Go ahead and roll me a D100, please, real quickly. Forgot to have you do that.
Okay. 74.
74. Interesting. So Mercutio tosses up to you a you can't really tell what it is at first. It almost looks like a bird claw without any flesh on it at all, but as it comes up towards you, it gets larger and larger, and it looks like a skeletal hand.
Mr. Saito just gave us big tippy.
Big monies.
Okay.
Big nicey yum
Guys,
yums.
Fantastic.
Please. So many things are
Thanks,
happening
Mr.
right now.
Saito.
My
Thank you,
brain
Mr.
can't
Saito.
keep
This is so weird. Mr. Saito's like, let me make it better with money.
All right. So first, Sir Heck, take note of this. This skeletal hand comes up. As a bonus action, you can throw this skeletal hand at an enemy. They will have disadvantage on the next save they have to make.
Ooh.
So you have a bonus action cause disadvantage. So there is that. That is your boon. And then Foxy, since this is your last session, go ahead and roll me a D100 for whatever it is that Tony tossed my way.
Let's do it.
And then Mr. Saito's will be next. Thank you, Mr. Saito. We are in a boss fight, and chat is helping. Chat is fantastic.
Kicking Tony's nads when I see him. 46.
46. Thank you so much. 46.
That is sassy.
Oh, absolutely perfect. So as that
gets small, I swear to God.
As that skeletal hand is thrown up in the air toward Astoria, there is this voice that carries on the wind that picks up and blows through this relic, these ruins that you are around. My servant, be blessed. And you hear a massive cawing of ravens following the wind. Azra's, you look up, and a massive murder of crows comes flying towards you. They're all about half the size of a normal crow, and they are icy crystal crows. They fly in and completely encircle you. And we'll talk about what those do next time you try to do anything.
Okay.
Boo.
Okay.
So there is that. And then Mr. Saito, thank you oh so very much. Let's
Thank you.
what we will do extra items at the end of this. Perfect. So that, I think, brings everything up to speed.
Yep.
Which brings us to Astoria's turn.
Yeah, you see Astoria just kind of go through an entire roller coaster of emotions here of shocked to be teleported again, is very cold again, sees people that she's familiar with, is really excited about that, sees a lot of scary things she's not familiar with, and is scared again. It's just like, what's going on? And it's just going to throw a second level Bane out towards our oh wait, there's only 3 now. Never mind. So just a first level. Everyone in range, yes, 55 feet. Okay. Yes. I need charisma saves from the moose, the bear, and Reviston.
The moose, the bear, and Reviston. We will start with the bear. Oh wait, where's my? I can't see. I assume I failed. 16.
Oh.
That's my DC.
Oh.
And for some reason that went to me. I don't want that to go to me. Let's turn that off.
Big sad.
Never
So
whisper
close.
rolls. Revisson. Make sure that she's on never whisper rolls. Yeah, good. Okay. I don't like whispering rolls. Charisma save from her
Come on.
is a 19.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. She's at a
That's
minus
all right.
1.
I
She's
know,
at
at
a
a
minus
minus
one.
one. She's still 19. Fuck.
And then
Never lucky.
the
Never
moose
lucky.
is
Baby
a
rage.
minus 2, which is an 8.
Okay.
All
All right,
well,
cool. All right, that
We'll
one.
take a win.
Yeah, so this one gets minus a d4 on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Going forward until he makes the save.
Do we see
yeah,
Astoria pop up? Astoria, do you say anything to us? What does it sound like when you say Bane? Like, what's your dramatic entrance here? Hit us.
Honestly, I feel like she would kind of revert back to speaking celestial, as it's Bane is only a verbal component, I'm pretty sure, so it's just this string of celestial curses, which sound very strange, as it's supposed to be a very euphonous sound, but it's made to be yes, a Bane on top of these 3, though it isn't as strong. Her voice falters a little bit because of just the momentum catching up with her of getting teleported into this place again.
She works fast. Yeah.
Hello
Any
again,
good
friend.
adventurer can adapt. Mirth looks up and goes, Astoria!
Brom's like, oh, I think I hear angels. Oh, well, kind of.
Flirt later, fight now.
I'm telling you, if Astoria was a boy, I would legit have to roll. But,
behave yourself.
Yep. I'm just saying.
Sit down, you tin can.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's gonna be none of that. He doesn't. She's very lovely, but
Perfect. Anything else, Astoria?
Yeah. After kind of greeting everyone again, has a little bit more bearings for a hot second. She's going to look to Neo and say, "Do watch your step. That looks terrifying," and take a bardic inspiration.
Inspiration.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Inspiration, a bardic one.
That's this gigantic moose in front of me.
Perfect. That is that, unless you want to move.
I think I'm gonna stay here.
Yep.
Mirth, go ahead.
Don't want to say hi to the blood moose.
Astoria, you cast Bane, right?
Yes, I did.
You already baned him up. Awesome. That
Well,
takes care
It
of
only
the
stuck
Bane.
to the moose.
Just the moose got
Oh.
Bane. The other two saved.
So if you wanted to...
Well, I'm gonna Bane too.
Big Bane!
That's what us bards are for. We're just going in insulting people. Let's see. I'm gonna hop a little closer. Mirth comes tiptoeing. I think he does that thing where he holds his cloak out of the way and sort of slides down after everybody hoop, hoop, hoop. And then he comes over and he casts Bane on the bear and Ravison and the goat.
Wait.
Because the moose has already been Bane, right?
That's true.
Sure.
Right? I don't know.
That's
Anybody
fine.
else
Can
want
Bane?
it?
It can't
You can-
double, I'm guessing, right?
No, you can't double Bane because it's the
Yeah,
same ability.
Okay, yeah. So I do it on whatever's. I guess unless you guys would rather me do it on the owl, I don't know. I
Nah.
feel like Ravison, the
I
bear,
agree.
and the goat is where it's at.
Okay.
Great call.
that one
So-
goat in particular.
Fuck that goat.
We're-
Specifically over there.
There-
That one goat that's done nothing, but there it is.
As
So
you
good
hop
Bane.
down, you can just see in that dark room on the inside, there's this little flickering light, just enough to catch a shape, and you're like, oh, get it. Is that a goat? 13, does it save?
Let me see though.
Probably not, right?
I think
I don't
Mirth
know,
is a
though.
15.
Let's see.
You gotta have a higher join in there, right? Probably. I don't know.
it's either 14.
Yeah, at this age,
It's like a 20, right? Like a 20, 24?
No,
probably?
it's not a
I
24.
think it's
Wow, my character sheet. I recently transferred it over and have not, in fact,
We-
rolled what I need.
we will assume that the goat is
I'm almost
baned unless
positive.
told otherwise, because that sounds right.
Yeah, no, at this level, yeah. And I can also double check, but
Yep, no problem.
the goat is baned.
So all of you hear from inside.
I think so. We have double bane, and I think the celestial admonishment that came raining down. I think Mirth goes, "Oh my gosh, hi!" and then angry draconic, but the Chancla version. So it's a slightly different variation of baning. In tone, you know what I mean? The spirit of the delivery is chasing your kid down, clutching your robe with the chancla. It's that kind of vibe.
Excellent.
I think
Nothing is scarier than
a 16 saves, but when you sort that,
does, yeah.
okay, then Revison saves.
Okay.
God, twice?
Not afraid of the chancla.
Well, Revison had a +2 also, so Revison got an 18.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, because chat +2. Right.
Yep, Tony
yeah.
+2 the next save, so that was Revison's next save.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm going to save my bardic ability here.
Oh, did the bear roll?
The bear failed.
Oh, nice. Fuck.
So we got one of them.
You have a bear,
Yeah.
a moose, and a goat currently baned.
All the animals.
Right.
Fuck animals. All my homies hate animals.
Ravison's just shaking it off.
Neo, your turn.
Alrighty, well, Neo doesn't want to hurt the animal, but he is going to attack this moose with a couple of unarmed strikes, and yeah, that's the wrong thing. I just rolled for the wrong thing. Well, that's a 16, 22 and an 11.
22 will hit. The 11 will not. Are you rolling with advantage if you're attacking the moose?
Oh, wait a minute. A nat 20.
That will hit.
Oh, wow.
That'll crit.
And I'll also use my key point for some what is it called? Fury of Blows.
Okay.
Okay, first I did roll damage first. It's
Right.
8 damage and 5 damage, or 2 8s actually.
2 8s, 16 to the moose for the crit.
Hell yeah.
And that was a 10 and dirty 20.
The dirty 20 will hit.
And 5 damage for that one.
5 damage. Perfect. So that was the crit. That was the hit. Your flurry of blowsing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
2 more coming.
Oh no, that was the
Oh, that
two
was-
after that.
So you got all of them.
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
Okay.
I
Then
got the 2 main hits and then one of the flurry of blows. A flurry of blows.
all right. I'm pretty
Furry,
sure
I heard furry of blows.
I
and was
did
like,
say
what?
furry.
Okay.
you start laying into this moose. Boom, 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 boom. You kick it. Its head is being knocked back and forth. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of sorry.
You're-
So nice.
You're not getting peaceful woodland creature vibes off of the moose with bloody antlers.
That's fine.
Sir Braum, your turn.
Braum is going to attack Ravissen directly. He is going to try not to kill her. Let's see. So he gets to attack twice, right? It's been a while.
Yep.
All right, here goes. Oh wait, he's gonna cast Smite on her on the second level.
You can wait until you hit to use smite.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's remember. I have to say that first. 1, 2. Did I do 2? Did I go twice?
That is a 14 will miss, and an 18 will hit.
Great. Then I will go ahead and smite her on the second level.
All right, so 12 plus.
Second level. So plus 1d8 for each spell slot higher than the first.
Yep, 3d8s if you're second level.
All right. Go plus 11.
11 more. You swing your massive greatsword at this druidess. She's on the ground. She's got like a hand on the ground. Her other hand has a sickle, and she's trying to ward your sword away with each swing, but she can't get enough of an angle to parry your sword at all. It just bites into her massively on the second blow. There's a burst of divine light as the energy releases, and she just hisses.
He's pretty terrifying when he's doing his thing. Like, he's muttering to himself. Like, she is not the only one insanely muttering to themselves. He is, in fact, muttering to himself. It seems to be a prayer and cycle over and over again. And if you actually look at, I mean, she doesn't care, but his arm is wrapped with the holy symbol of Torm, which is also wrapped over his gauntlet as well. So he's like nonstop, like, you know, my faith is in Torm. Torm, guide my hand. You know, give me strength, over and over and over again. It's very scary. But yes, she can hear it because she's close enough to him. And as he does that, he is striking down at her. And the first time he probably like glances off of her because he's doing like these very heavy blows. And then he does like that nasty, when you have a really long sword, you can actually do a lot with it. So he's probably using the tip to like flip her weapon over and cut into her and try and flip it out of her hand. But anyway, yes, that is what he do.
Perfect. Anything else, Brom?
No, he's doing his battle thing. He does not move out of the way because I think he has to disengage to get away from the bear. Because if he tries to move away from it, he's going to get AOP'd. So instead, he's going to stay here.
So, the white moose, seeing his mistress get wailed on by that massive sword. Distress. Hold strong. And the moose will pause. It was just getting ready to kick and then try and antler Neo, but its maw goes up in the air and it... Something smells foul. And it's going to go all out on Neo because it wants to go that way and you're in the way. 15 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
No.
That's going to be just 2 damage. It's not possible. It's not mathing right.
Oh, it's because it was underscore.
There is an error in the sheet. So 2 plus 4, that's 6 damage. It'll be fixed for next time. And then it will rear up and kick at you with its hooves. Both pummeling you. 14 to hit.
Armor class is 14.
You're able to duck and dodge back and forth as it doesn't connect.
Oh yeah, monk.
What?
Yes.
Revision will look over to the awakened moose and go, "Yes, I smell it too. It smells foul." And she is going to start casting a spell. The sky above Mirth and Astoria.
Nope. I'm gonna counterspell that.
You ain't
Yeah.
casting shit.
Also, is she at disadvantage for casting next to him?
Not
No,
unless she is
okay.
casting a ranged spell at him.
Counterspell
All
it.
So this one, you do need to roll. It is not a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Clouds.
Gosh.
So as you roll that, clouds start to form above the two of you. And it's already cold. This is Icewind Dale, but both of you feel a extreme and sudden drop in temperature.
I don't like that. Okay, so it's charisma, right? Just a charisma roll.
I believe so. I haven't
It's my
counterspelled in a
spellcast
while.
mod. Yeah.
It's your spellcast mod, yeah.
24.
24 is
Oh.
going to counter it. What does your counterspell look like?
I need a hero.
Honestly, since it's only somatic, it would just be the no. Like,
but it's celestial, so it's fucking gorgeous and doesn't sound as undignified.
yeah, even though the gesture itself is still just as unceremonious as everything else.
The universal language of We're not fancy wizards in this house. We're but bards. We're cheap ass bards. It's like when you find a barn cat, but it's still a good cat. It's a little weird. It has a kink in its tail, but it's still good. That's us.
Exactly.
Revision, who has another +2, thank you, Harrison,
No.
is going to scowl as the clouds above dissipate. And the temperature that was dropping goes back to its normal cold. Revision glances over at the 2 bards and glances at the moose. And she is going to
Understandable.
The mood been there, honestly.
I've been there.
Me earlier today. Just like,
she
Would I
is
drop anything?
going to she'll take the attack of opportunity and duck in here.
All right. Braum is gonna try and hit her.
Wait, you have Sentinel. She ain't going no fucking where.
Oh,
Hit her.
yeah.
God,
Actually,
I forgot
yeah.
you had that stupid thing.
Sentinel
You gotta hit her.
time.
Yeah.
You gotta hit her though.
All right. Speed drops to 0. All right. Braum, please
give her
don't
the-
miss.
Give her to you mean?
All right. Sentinel time, but also
It's gonna be a
Stabbing
horrible time in
time.
that one.
19
Nope,
is
19.
going to hit her.
he sentinels her.
She starts to duck in, but instead of when your sword swings down, every part of the sword is a weapon, and part of your pommel sticks in her shoulder when the sword comes down, and you just yank her back into position.
By Torm, you're staying here, he says, and he is a little bit frightening.
She, on the ground, hisses at you like a very angry feral cat. Yeah.
Oh, like that. Okay.
You can't even really see. I think
So
the worst
good,
part is
HP.
that you can't even really see his face. He's got a full head helmet, but it kind of like both muffles and amplifies his voice in a really weird way, and it's just very disconcerting.
Disconcerting or something else?
Disconcerting. Only you think it's something else.
If it's your type, you know, like.
I love me a good helm.
While you are keeping Revison from ducking back into safety, the bear swings around, claws at you for a 22 to hit.
Oh,
Definitely
okay.
hit.
Which is going to be 12 slashing damage.
Taking it.
And tries to bite you again, but only a 15 with advantage is insufficient to get through your armor as it recoils. You can feel its jaws crunching on your pauldron, but it doesn't make its way through.
Yeah, HP. I screwed up the HP. Sorry.
No.
Oh no, I'm good. Okay, I did it right. Sorry.
All right, long as you're set.
But I think I had some temporary hit points for some reason.
Sure. After the bear, it's Azarus' turn, and Azarus, you are surrounded by this flock of small, angry ravens, the color of ice. They are tinking off of your armor and throwing you for a loop. So I need you to roll a d10 for me, please.
Oh no, not a d10. I got a 6 for you, boss.
6. I thought that I would delay longer in order to let me get to where I am.
Got 2 d10s in front of me right here at all times.
Do it.
So you are so wrapped up in these birds that the creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Well, cool.
So you start, every time you try and swing, these birds find a crink or a joint, something to lodge themselves in, and you just, even with all your strength, you can't get the leverage to swing through them. So you can give me a wisdom save.
Oh, I'm actually okay at those, I think. Maybe not fantastic, though, unless I roll a 13.
13 is insufficient.
Figured.
These ravens keep fluttering around you, distracting you, keeping you from moving at all. So yeah, that is the bad table going well. -2 to mirth next time. So next on the list, I'm trying to keep too many things. Astoria.
Okay, so this hand that I got, this little skeletal hand.
Yep.
About how close do I need to be to throw it at anything?
30 feet.
30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I can do that, actually. Let's measure that out just real fast. Okay, from here.
Many ravens.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go to this little corner of the sphere over here.
Yep. It's so I didn't give you a description of what you're looking at. There is a giant sundial in the center of kind of a plaza, for lack of a better descriptor. There is a ledge that you were on that's 10 feet above, and it's set into a hill. Part of the hill is broken away. That's what Revison came out of. So a 10-foot hop down is no big deal. It's perfect.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to just yeet that hand over to Revison. For a second, she probably like forgets that she has it, and then like sees it. She's like, ugh, throws it. It's gonna cause a disadvantage on the save that I'm just about to make her make.
So this claw goes flying through the air, and as it does, you can see the fingers move in order to adjust in flight. It passes right over Brahm's shoulder and just lands right on her face. This disembodied
Face
skeletal
on her.
hand is on her face.
I
sure
think
she
there's a
loves it.
spider on you. But anyway,
Talk to the
yeah,
hand.
and then as she sees that seemingly worked, she's going to weave another tapestry of whispers, but this time in primordial, as she casts dissonant whispers at 4th level at
Perfect.
this at Revison.
If I recall, that is a
It's a
wisdom, isn't
wisdom
it?
save.
Hey, she's trained in those. And I'm sitting on a +2, if I remember. I got a second one. Let me check. Yeah, there's another +2. So, +2 to this. A 27.
All right, well, she's still
Boo.
going to take half damage, so that's not too bad. She's still not going anywhere, which I'm kind of glad about because this would make her run. But anyway, let's take half of this. Great, that was a fantastic roll. Look at all
What did
those
you
1s,
do?
2s, and 3s.
So,
Oh, that's so sad. 6.
that was rough. The whisper passes over her. I'm used to the voices. Anything else, Astoria?
Oh,
That's it. I think that's all I can do, actually.
this is why we need social workers.
Mirth.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I cast slow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it on. I think I can do 6 creatures. Let me do a quick double checky. Yes,
Yep.
but I have to get closer than I want. So, God damn it. Mirtha's like, everybody just take it. Nope. Okay, fine. And is going to scuttle in. Oh, God damn it. Hold on. They're gonna do attacks of opportunity.
They can't. If you could probably go like, I don't know where you want to go, but if you went here, you could help give advantage against the bear.
Yeah, I have to be, let me double check. So to do slow, I can do 6 creatures, but only within a 40-foot cube. Oh, within range. Meaning
Right.
I
You can
Never
still
mind,
be
fine.
120 feet away from something.
Ah, okay.
Thank
Cool.
God. I was like, well, great. I'm just gonna friggin' instantly fold like House of Cards in the middle of all these
Oh,
freaking Princess Mononoke gods. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am in fact going to be casting slow, and I want to do it in the middle. So I do it on the swarm of ravens and the moose and the bear and Ravison, if I can
Okay.
reach her.
Yep,
Is that
perfect.
possible?
So just to make it clear, the Swarm of Ravens is a spell effect. They're not really there. They are representing a spell effect.
Okay.
All right.
So if that affects where
Well-
you place your cube, then I don't think
I
it'll
don't
affect
think Mirth
much.
would know. So I think we're gonna just
Sure.
play it honest and have it get Ravison and the bear and the moose, because Mirth doesn't know. Mirth's not sure what's going on. So yeah, and he takes out, I think he pops open a little cap of molasses that he's been warming in his cleavage, and it's like, come on, and he like whispers the spell, and it just like bloop bloop, and it looks kind of like temporary magical gloop sort of arises from the ground and shimmers spell effect, and then hopefully slows them.
And what is my save?
Save was 14.
14. So that is wisdom saves
God,
all
if they all
around.
save, I'll be so sad.
Starting with Ravison, a 15.
So I have a -2. I
That
have a -2 to whatever roll I'm supposed to do. Hold on.
no, it is your
Oh,
saves,
a
not
checker save.
Yeah.
Yep. So it will not affect this. The bear is a 14.
Fine.
You know?
Wait, hold on. Out of curiosity, how long does the claw thingy last? Is it just for that?
Oh,
one
wait.
turn, or
Yeah,
is it-
disadvantage. So she got a 10. She failed.
Boom!
Yay!
Good shit, heck.
And then,
Oh.
yeah, no, she failed. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the claw's still on her face.
Boom! Good shit.
And then a 7, the moose fails. So Ravison is slowed, the moose is slowed, the ravens are unaffected.
Slowing it down.
Cool.
Thank you
your
for
roll,
mentioning that.
But
There's-
Tish.
Gotcha. I
I
forgot about
totally
it.
took it down wrong. I thought it was just the
Yeah.
one. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, because both things indeed are like until the end of their next turn or something. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is,
it's meant to be until she pulls it off her face. So
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
She better get to doing that then.
a slowed moose, a baned moose. Oh, the bear's baned.
Yes.
All right, let's do this D4. So 4 to the 14. The bear also fails then because of Bane.
Yes.
We have the most annoying party with 2 bards in it now. This is
Yeah, all
the
these
best
debuffs.
hack.
Counter spells and
This is the
debuffs.
best.
This is.
Killing it.
We may not be able to hit, but we can sure be annoying.
We
Like,
might
make
make able to
sure
hit, but you
you
know what?
don't.
Neither can they.
In the background while everybody's brawling.
Laughing,
Neener,
right?
neener. You suck.
Boo!
Anything else, Mirth?
No.
Okay. Neo.
Oh, this poor moose. I'm gonna hit the moose again with a couple more.
It's even easier now.
Yeah.
Won't he do it? More unarmed strikes. So we got a 25 and
Hits.
Isn't it even easier than that if you get advantage from Azrael?
Yeah, you have it. At the moment, you don't have advantage from Azarus being there.
Boo.
so a 25 and a 16.
Both will hit.
Okay. That's gonna be 10. I really can't do math today. 7 damage and a 6 damage.
7 and 6 is 13.
And then I'm also going to use Fury of Blows.
Go ahead.
That
2 more
one
hits.
We're gonna hit this moose.
Neo is treating the muzzle of the moose like a speed bag.
Ouch.
That's actually a really hilarious image. I don't know why.
18 and a dirty 20.
Both will hit. Damage.
Please give me something good. Please give me something good. Tell me something good. 10 damage total.
10 total. The moose is not in good shape.
Good.
It's leaning, losing its balance a little bit.
I said I was sorry.
Anything else, Neo?
That's it.
Brahm, you're up.
Brahm is muttering to himself as he attempts to slash her 2 more times. Well, attempts to hit her with the flat of his sword 2 more times.
Mhm.
He is trying to pin her to prevent her from moving, to run away, which is also pretty terrifying, actually. So I will roll, and he is going to let me make sure I have enough spells. Yep, I sure do. All right, he's going to 2nd level smite her if he hits as well.
Sure.
So let me do that. All right, Brahm, you better hit.
18 and a 16 will both hit.
All right.
19 damage. Not bad. Not bad. Good numbers.
No, there's more than that.
Oh yeah. Give me even
Has
bigger
smite
numbers.
Moted.
Give me the numbers.
He's
I like when the
smoted.
On
numbers
the
are high
snoot.
for us specifically and not for the enemies.
It's D8, right?
I had to
3D8?
specify.
3d8, yes.
And as he's doing this, he's muttering, "O Torm, God of righteousness, give me strength. Give me the will to defeat this creature." Over and over and over again. Different iterations.
With each blow, she's already hunched over. She's already crouched low to the ground. Every time the flat of your blade hits, it just knocks her aside. She starts hissing and muttering, and just as you are praying, you hear that she has started to pray as well. Frostmaiden, give me all. Make me more. She falls to the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th, bouncing back and forth until she collapses in a heap at your feet.
Oh, hey, nice.
The bear behind you turns to snow and falls into a pile.
Oh, hey, nice.
Hooray! Yes, they're summoned, so.
But the moose isn't.
Nope.
And Mirth is going to look at the moose since I know it's its upcoming term, and I'm going to use, if you don't mind, I'm going to sneak in with a little role play here.
Go ahead.
But Mirth, as Ravison falls and Brahm acts like a freaking automaton, just mowing that shit down, Mirth turns and looks at the moose and says, "She didn't care about you. She was using you Does the moose look like it either A, has its mouth still opened like a carnivorous flower, or sentient?
The moose looks your direction. It does still look like a very angry moose. It says, I serve my maiden to the death. And spits in your direction. I'm not sure how a moose spits, but I feel like a moose would spit. Mooses are camel-like.
I really don't want to
could...
know how a moose spits. I could avoid.
They're also not camelids.
I know.
Okay.
I feel like they
They're
get
deer.
like a good,
They're deer related,
like
but they've got a big
deer.
floppy end.
Their lips are strong. They can just flap.
Nope.
Them and just
Nope. No.
sort of spray.
You're making it worse. You're making
Probably
it worse.
Like spreading big gloobies like a cow.
You're
It
also making
starts
it worse.
shaking its face, and Neo, you just get covered in moose slobber.
Just
There we go.
Stop talking about the moose.
Does your
please.
hair go
I'm
out?
gonna die. I hate it.
Slightly.
Also, thanks for the annihilation like flashbacks you're giving me with the moose.
And with that rage, this moose is going to attempt to antler Neo in front of him. 19 for 10 damage as it shoves its antlers into you and just throws you up against this sundial in the middle. And then tries to stomp you when you're against it. A 13's not enough, though, as you slide back underneath, and there is this as the hooves slap against the sundial.
I take my sorry back.
Damn, sorry back. That's fucked up. What are you gonna say about that?
Revison on the ground at Brom's feet. You know that you just knocked her unconscious. But as you watch, she is covered in a layer of ice that slowly begins to grow around her. It moves up her leg, over her arm, her splayed out hair, and covers her body in about, you'd guess about a ½ inch to an inch thick ice. Very quickly forms over her. Azarus, a D10 for me.
Got it, boss. It's a 10.
10, you act normally.
Thank you, gods.
That would have been bad for us.
I'm just gonna move right to here. If this thing wants to hit me, it can do that. I don't particularly care that much.
I don't think it can.
They don't. They follow you. They're
cool.
They're not impeding you. They're still encasing you.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm gonna hit this moose really hard. Am I still getting advantage from my boy Neo down there?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Technically no, but go ahead.
Wait, why no? Because I can fix that if I need to.
Take one step back.
Oh.
There you go.
Cool.
Ooh, Heck got a boon.
Yep.
You got boom.
Give me a
All right.
D100, Heck.
I'm gonna start swinging. So here comes the first
Swing away.
hit with advantage. First one, second one. Good thing I get advantage because that sucked. That's a 25 to hit for the first one.
25 will hit.
There's damage, plus another D6 for giant smite, for a grand total of 14 damage on the first one.
14 on the first one. The moose is in really bad shape and can't take
Cool.
another one like that.
Well, then I'm gonna hit it again with advantage for another crit. 26.
26 will hit.
Wow.
Cool. Just to make sure it stays dead, I'm gonna activate my fire rune because I don't like this thing a lot at all. So that's 19 from the damage itself, plus the fire rune for the 2d6, just to make sure it doesn't.
Your sword pierces the side of this moose, and the flames emanate from this massive greatsword and just encase the creature. And as it begins to fall, it starts swearing at you in druidic and in abyssal and in celestial and in every possible language you can imagine. And every time it speaks, its voice changes pitch and tone. It's almost like the sound of hundreds of hateful followers of the Frostmaiden wishing the worst to you.
Azarus just pulls the sword up from where he put it in, so it just takes the thing completely in half. As it burns, he'll rest the sword on his shoulder and just, to the death then. Back to your maiden.
maidenless. Even.
I
Okay, fine.
go gladly. And it collapses in a heap. Wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Yup. Here comes that. I 9. Wasn't a good roll there.
9. Nope, you are still covered in icy birds.
Fantastic.
It's aesthetic.
I'll leave it. I mean, it looks pretty cool.
It's a Luke.
Looks pretty badass. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll take it.
Astoria. We're going to stay in combat order for a bit.
Yeah, I had a fear of that.
Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna walk over towards Revissa, and can I like see what's going on with that, with the ice, like magical or like what's going on?
If you don't want to cast any kind of a spell, you can do an Arcana check.
Yep, we're just gonna do that because I'm not really sure what else for now. We're gonna learn more first. 17.
17. As you kneel down and try and get a closer look, you see a very small figure on the ground next to Revissen on the laying down. And this very small figure has on a lab coat and a splash shield, and has in one hand a magnifying glass, and in the other probably like a bone saw or something, pretty extreme. Mercutio looks up at you. They're only about 2 inches tall at this point. Do you think they're dead?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Here, see if this helps. And we'll reach up what looks like a small black marble to you. When you take it, it gets bigger in your hand. It gets to be about the size of an apple, but it's black and smooth. And as you look at it, on one side of it, there is a white circle. And there's like a symbol in it. It looks like 2 circles next to each other in the middle of the white circle. And as you look at it, on the bottom of it, on the opposite side of that white circle, there is this small, like, crystalline piece of glass.
Mm-hmm.
You can cast Commune with this.
Oh my god.
But you only get 1 question.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep. I hope you all understand what this is.
So yeah. So
I sure don't.
It's an 8-ball.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So that
The magic
is
8-ball.
that's
I
the
totally
boon,
went over my head.
the boon from
Oh my
Harrison.
God.
So Harrison's boon. Thank you so much. As for your 17, the Revissen, if she wasn't dead when she fell, she no longer appears to be breathing under this encased ice. And as you look closer, it looks like her very skin is starting to become ice as well. And it's definitely a magical effect of some kind.
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
On your turn, you can do what you would like. Astoria,
Yeah,
are you all done?
Yeah, I would just communicate that to the rest of the group and look at Neo and see that like it's definitely taken a beating from this move. Be like, here, I hope you feel better, and I'll cast a healing word in your direction.
Healing word, yep. So that's
Yeah,
bonus
it's a
action. You're
bonus.
fine. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. As he's just like limped over, trying not to fall.
Neo.
Man.
Mirth,
Sweet
go ahead.
Baby. I
Very
cast Dispel
good.
Magic on the sus thing.
All right. Are you casting it on her or on the moose? Both appear to be doing the same thing.
Oh, goody.
Oh, goody. Mirth kind of trots over and I guess stops somewhere between Neo and Astoria and kind of is like, come here, baby, to Neo. And so both of them are becoming encased in crystal.
Encased in ice, yes. And
Ooh.
I need you to give me a ability check using your spellcasting ability to see if Dispel Magic affects it.
And I have a -2.
Yes.
Okay, I think I'll do it on. I think the way Mirth would see it is Mirth would do it on Bravison. Just that's what I think he would do. So you want me to make a roll for what again?
For Dispel Magic. So Dispel Magic, just like Counterspell, it works instantly for 3rd level or lower. If it's higher than 3rd level, it is
this one's higher.
This is higher than 3rd level, yes.
Okay, so I just make.
So a charisma ability check.
Yeah. Let me roll. Got a 19.
19 is, and that's with your -2?
Oh, no, it's not. 17.
17 is, I'm just double checking. Yep, it is level 6. So yes, Dispel Magic works. Tell me what your Dispel looks like.
Ooh.
I think Mirth comes over and he clucks his tongue and he squats down by her and he says, "That doesn't look good." And he puts out his hand and I think he actually touches the body and closes his eyes and then just, I think like meadow flowers ripple out of his hands and kind of smother over where the ice is, like in sort of a burst of gold briefly, and then they sort of disappear after going over the ice and overwhelming it and hopefully dispelling whatever nefarious activity is happening there.
You do dispel it, and what you see, I'll make that clear first. What you see within is you see parts of her flesh have begun to turn to ice underneath this layer of ice.
Ew.
But as you cast Dispel Magic, that golden glow from those flowers goes down to that seam between the flesh and the ice and glows. And instead of continuing to advance up her body in different places, it stops. Part of her arm is completely ice up to about her waist, but then it stops. Neo.
I'm assuming Neo's watching that.
You definitely see that happen over there.
Neo can't do all that. But the same thing is happening to the moose, correct?
Yes.
Well, the only thing that's on his mind is, let me try what I can do. So he just goes over to the moose, which he's right next to the moose. And he's gonna try to halt the freezing with some fire with his produced flame to see if that works.
All right.
I love you so much.
I'm not going to have you cast. It is a giant moose that's not moving. You cannot miss. Go ahead and just roll damage for me.
I really hope not. And I cast it twice, so that's going to be 20 damage altogether.
20 damage onto it. Got it.
And that's all he's going to do.
Brahm.
I am muted. So Brahm is going to, let's see, these two guys are down. Brahm's gonna move. He actually can't see into here, so he doesn't see any of the other animals. He's not gonna try and tie up Bravison because he doesn't think she's alive anymore. He's gonna go over here and look in the hole they came from.
As you pass down into there is about a 10-foot drop down into another room. Within, it is not completely dark, but very dim light. You look around and you can see a number of different creatures in different parts of this room. There is a goat that looks terrified, just standing there bleeding. You see a couple foxes, some owls, a number of creatures.
Okay. Braun is going to he's gonna cast Sacred Weapon.
Okay.
So so his sword glows now and he can see better.
Okay.
He also has a plus 3 bonus if he tries to hit, and also 2 damage, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Na, na, na. Already magical, blah, 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 and then it counts as a magic weapon. Sure. Okay.
As you finish lighting this room up, you can see much more clearly. There are 3 statues in here that match the elven statues outside, but unlike the ones outside, they're not heavily weathered. They are in perfect condition. Each of them is pointing in a different direction.
Okay. All right. He kind of frowns at that and will turn back towards his friends. There's more animals in here, he says loudly.
Anything else?
Also,
go ahead. Sorry.
Not for now. I did want to tell you I did a very me move earlier when I saw that the light was blinding, and I moved the shield that was to my right over my window so that it blocked some of the light.
Hey, that's effective.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that's about it.
Okay.
Is there are there stairs or anything between the 10 feet?
It's
up and
very
down?
It's very clear now that you're here that wall has been broken out. So something, and it looks as though it was quite a while ago that the wall was broken.
Okay.
All right. All done?
Can he get back up there or no?
It's only 10 feet, so yeah. I mean.
All right. He'll stay here then.
Okay.
Or yeah, actually, that's is that in Nazareth? I can't really tell.
Yeah, I'm down here under the ravens.
Okay. Oh, he's good where he is.
Yeah.
All right.
The moose lays there in a heap. The ice covering it begins to crack, and so does the ice over Revison. A spider web of broken ice scatters across its surface before it shatters. And what looks like an all-ice moose begins to stand.
Great.
My mistress grants eternity.
The ice around Revison shatters. And she also tries to stand, but most of her is still frozen to the ground. And as she tries to rise, the frozen bits don't move. And she starts pulling herself toward Astoria.
Anything for my...
And you can feel and hear the pressure and the tension as she pulls away from her frozen appendages and collapses dead in front of you.
Oh.
Queen.
Critical thinking should be taught in schools. This is buck wild.
Well, she tried, at least. I admire her moxie.
The moose turns its frozen ice head toward Neo.
No.
Fuck.
Fire cannot warm me any longer.
And it will try and antler you.
Hey, so does my fire rune still last because I hit it?
Yeah, your fire rune will persist, so it's a D10 damage.
I need a strength save for it to not be restrained.
20.
Well, 20's gonna pass it.
Its antlers are only a 10. As its antlers come sweeping towards you, Neo, you can feel the cold radiating off them. And you realize they're probably much colder than they were, and it kind of hurts to stand here. And as it kicks a foot forward to catch you in the chest, a 23 will hit. You take 8 bludgeoning damage as this massive hoof hits you in the chest, and then only 1 cold damage as a burst of ice comes off the blow.
Baby boy.
Azarus, I need a D10 because you still have it saved from your ravens.
No. I got a 9 that time.
You can act normally.
Thank the gods.
Yay!
I'm going to hit this moose again. I'm going
Get into next
my
week.
friend's holding there. That's a nat 1. We're going to re-roll that one for a crit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Take 46 damage. That's, 24 bludgeoning damage. If you don't mind. That'd be cool.
This moose is in terrible condition again. It was hurt by the fire while it was down,
Well,
and you just laid into it. Chunks of ice go flying off the side of this moose.
cool. I enjoy knowing that I am causing damage to scary ice moose. I'm going to hit it again.
Go ahead.
For a grand total of, not a great roll. 10, unfortunately.
Was that with advantage because you're still...
Yes. I
Okay.
rolled twice, got 10 twice.
That is a miss.
But thankfully, we have action surge. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to hit it 2 more times if you don't mind. That's cool, boss.
Go ahead.
Cool. I crit again.
There you go.
I'm actually not joking, by the way. D&D Beyond is just loving me today.
I love that.
Perfect.
It,
It is poetic.
17 damage there. That enough? Or did I hit it again? I hit it again.
You do have to hit it again, but
I'm
it
going to hit it again.
can't survive another one of those.
I'm just going to screenshot because I swear to God, I just crit another time. Like,
It's 3 hit points. Don't care about the crit.
okay, cool. Well, I'm just saying, I hit it, and I'm liking my dice today. D&D Beyond, do this more often for 15. Cool.
Please.
Yeah, I just, again, like with the sword back down, slams it into the ground first, brings it up, slams it down on his head one more time, and just, I said enough.
It shatters.
Wow.
And everything goes calm and quiet.
Dragging the sword back. Uneventful.
Thank you so much for that a follow after a crit and kill. We appreciate it greatly. As the pieces of the moose tinkle to the ground around, the elven mummy up on the side that's been watching says, take care. That was well done. The half-sized crystalline ravens around you fly away, Azarus,
Yay.
as your head clears.
Brom is going to go back to escort the young old lady down off of her little dais so that she can join them.
I'll offer you a slope while I still have conquest mode on.
Yes.
As you reach out a hand to escort her down, she kind of looks at your hand for a moment and goes, I have been here for quite some time, and I'm more comfortable here for now. Let me get my bearings before venturing further.
Of course.
I'm surprised they entered the temple. It must be from the destruction. If you have
Well,
questions, come and find me.
She nods. We'll be back once we make sure everything's safe.
I will be here.
All right. Who wants to go into the dark space with the animals?
By your will.
All right, let's go. Brahm's sword is glowing, so people who can normally not see should be able to see.
I can also help and manage and show. Storia will snap her fingers and cast light.
Hey, yeah.
Hooray!
You have a well-illuminated temple.
All right. Let's investigate.
I will happily reshrink myself to make getting through this breach a little easier. Just walks up. boom.
Also,
Alice in Wonderland in the house moment.
dearest Neo, how many hit points are you lacking?
It's a good question.
A number.
Listen. My brain doesn't work like that.
It would actually be good while you walk into this temple for us to pause for just a couple minutes to get up, stretch, facilities, that sort of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Good call. Good call.
So let's do that while we have the opportunity, and then we will be back very, very shortly. All
right.
So don't go far. Well, thank you for the intermission raid. Greatly appreciated. Sorry for the timing, but we are back. The enemies outside this temple are no more. Within, there are a number of creatures just existing. A goat that still has Bane on it and is unhappy about it. Some other creatures milling about. Small, not making a lot of noise, trying to avoid you, but also not running away from you quickly. They're very acclimated to, Revison and
People
humanity
being
and
around.
people in general. So they don't seem bothered by your presence.
Petting
The-
zoo.
The room that you are in, you look at Brahm, you notice that all three of these statues, they're just like the statues outside. They're pointing in a random direction. Brahm, to you, they're now pointing in a different random direction than when you first saw them, which is what the statues outside did, just to remind everyone from last we were together.
Mm.
The walls within this room are well carved and covered in religious symbols. At a glance, you can see that it's symbology to Saloon. A lot of it has been defaced. There are crude etchings of snowflakes, the symbol of the Frostmaiden, over the top of Saloon's moon. So it's kind of this abomination of sorts to what was once a beautiful temple. There are stairs bending up and away from you to the northwest and to the southwest. There's a hallway that bends directly across from here. And then, Mirth, from where you are, you can look around and see that there is what appears to be what would be the main door to your left, circling around.
Okay.
The temple is yours.
Look, that appears to be the main door circling around, Mirth says. Should we look there?
Seems like the most pressing route. I'll follow your lead.
And you mean here, DM, right?
Yeah.
Or I
No, that's a hall that goes
This one.
deeper in, down and left. Or down in.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm thinking
Okay,
as the
well, we can
character
we
down
can-
in.
Indeed. We can presume then that this probably just leads outside
Yes.
where the wall was not catastrophically exploded.
Yes.
Okay.
Brom
In that
would
case-
suggest going north first.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's go to the north room.
Right behind
To
you.
the
Go on an
north.
adventure.
I thought we could go no further north than this, but I'm always proven wrong.
You can't go all the way in, Mirth. There's a door. There we go. The hallway is a narrow hallway that leads up and toward a stone door. Closed tight. Along the wall, you can see scratches. It almost looks like a scythe. The scythe that that Revison had was drug along the walls multiple times up and down this hallway. There's just this scratch just above knee level. The door
Not
itself
stealthy.
is well carved, heavy, made of stone, but
Need me to use knock?
appears to open with ease.
Oh, well. I was just flexing. It's fine.
All right.
I could still use knock, Mirth says, sort of indignantly. Just
I was just-
saying.
like, if you
If it was
want.
locked, I could, and it would open. Anyway, and Mirth is kind of going to flounce off, having embarrassed himself.
No. Great.
The first thing that you notice as you enter this room is you can hear what sounds like a shuddering bush. It almost sounds like how bushes shake when someone is hiding in it. That's coming from the other side of a sarcophagus in the center of the room that has been hastily turned into a desk of some kind. There are very rough-looking books and herbs and knives sitting along it. There's a bedroll toward the back. This looks like probably where Revison would spend most of her time when she wasn't out doing whatever it is that she's doing. And unlike the rest of this temple so far, the sarcophagus is as pristine and pure as the one that was out front. And carved on it is the symbol of a half moon all the way around it.
Rom is going to try and gently lift it with, he's going to ask for Azarus' assistance.
Of course. Step right to the side.
Before you start to lift it, as soon as you walk up to it, you notice one other thing. That shaking sound that sounds like something in a bush gets louder as you get closer. And crouched on the other side of this sarcophagus hiding is a small bush.
The hell?
It's just shuddering.
God, is that you?
An awakened shrub?
Is that knowledge nature? What? Or yeah.
You could make a knowledge nature if you'd like.
An awakened shrub.
He's like a shrub.
It is there is a shrubbery on the other side of the sarcophagus.
Oh,
Azarus is
literally,
not
why
gonna
are you
roll.
so dumb?
Azarus just looks over and is like,
Shrubbery.
hello, friend, to the shrub.
Neo also runs over. He's like, "Hi, are you okay?"
As soon as Neo comes around the sarcophagus, this shrub literally and very visibly moves away from him and starts slowly scooting away with little root
It's scared
feet
of your fire.
pulling it away.
Sorry.
Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't,
Oh,
please
he's
don't.
the nicest out of all of us.
Oh,
it talks.
oh
Neo like diminishes his flame a little bit on his head to where it's like little. He basically has like he got a haircut. He looks like he got a haircut. He has like a fade
got military
now.
butt
Like
going
a
on.
As the fade.
Oh, he's a fade.
skin
Okay.
fade.
Okay, all right, okay.
Really good lines.
Listen, because he doesn't want to scare him. It's okay. See, I can put it down a little.
You're on fire.
No, I am fire. So
That's
okay.
worse.
I am the fire.
I guess so.
Fire's not good.
No, it is in this case.
I don't agree.
Hey now,
That's
friend,
valid.
Azarus would say. He will open a compartment in his chest area. Just,
That's not supposed to do that.
I'm not like them. If you want, you could stay in here and avoid fire.
That sounds terrifying.
It's not that bad.
Oh wait, Foxy. Wow. Azarus, do you want to
Yes.
use your animal skills?
I think this is more of a plant, but I'll try.
Oh, I don't think
It's
this
a
is an
creature,
animal.
right?
Yeah, I think it's more of a plant. But what do I need? Can I roll plant handling, GM?
Gardening?
Can I roll botany?
So far it seems to be more person than plant or animal. So you can roll persuasion if
Yeah, let's go with.
That's what you're thinking of?
I'm very bad at that, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Why are you
Hiya!
so big?
I got a
Drink
16.
a lot of milk.
a 16. Shrub body language is not something Azarus is used to.
Nope,
Azarus is just picking up, humanoid body language. But
barely.
that shuddering sound that has been consistent, it seems to quiet just a little bit, maybe.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Where's Rivison?
Very, very blankly, just she is dead.
Oh, thank the gods.
Was she keeping you as a houseplant?
She was keeping me.
Well, you're free now.
Thank you.
Do you know why she was keeping you?
Rivison's not very nice.
You can see
Not that impression.
for some.
She keeps waking everything up and saying to kill the people, but not everybody wants to kill the people.
Like the Nessie.
Oh, is he doing okay?
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing good. We saw him in the lake. And I'm so pleased to see that you've retained sentience as well. I was worried that in defeating Ravison that you would lose what makes you so special, your higher consciousness and sapience.
No, I'm awake now.
Braum is being that meme with like the lady that like is looking at all the math diagrams. Let me,
Especially because you said it's a shrub when you came in, and that was your good observation. So funny. I love Braum so much.
All right, he figures his shit out. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't understand it, but at least he's moved out of like computer stalling pinwheel of death state and moves over here.
Braum.exe.
Look, that happens sometimes.
It's all right. We love you.
He moves over to the shrub. Yes, you'll be all right now.
Thank you. Here.
And the shrub shakes violently, and a number of small red berries come off of it and fall onto the ground.
Oh.
It's just Goodberry? Oh.
Maybe.
I think they're good.
Oh, I'm
But-
sure they're great.
You gotta leave them there for a while for them to get best.
You have to let them ripen. Oh,
Yeah, they gotta rot.
oh.
This one's pretty good.
And one of the little roots will come over and roll one of the softer ones over and just like crush it under its root. And it's like little root is like undulating over the top of this.
Jam?
Yeah.
Oh, it's root jam. That's so
Oh,
nice.
that's cute.
It's
Thanks,
very-
friend.
It's very good.
Braum, try some.
Braum is gonna get on look, he's a 6'3" man, he's gonna get on his frickin' knees and put his finger on this dirty ass floor and get some of that root jam. He's gonna put it in his mouth.
That one's mine. That one's mine. Get your own berry.
And like one of the other roots is going to be slapping at your hand as you get close.
Why don't take mine? There's more. I threw down a couple. Take one of those.
Don't be rude, Braum. Come on.
He's gonna take, he kind of like, he carefully puts like what's on his finger back, like
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Braum, that's so cute.
he's gonna pick up a different one. He kind of like smushes it. He's like, I hope this isn't poisonous. He doesn't know what kind of plant this is. Smushes it in his fingers, and then puts it in his mouth.
It's a little like on the sour side of tart. Probably not quite ripe yet, but pretty close. It's not magic or
plant was
nothing. It's just a
absolutely
berry.
Oh, all right.
It's just being nice.
Thank you. Braum thinks really quick, and then he already gave his look. Let me see what he decides to do. He's going to do something. I think he's going to do a thing.
Make jam.
Well, I mean, it was too small. He made jam with his fingers, but he is going to, not that.
I was like, oh no.
No. He's not going to smite it.
The sound
He's
of
gonna- I
shuddering
know.
leaves fills the room again.
No. He's going to protect it from evil.
Okay.
Gonna keep it safe from
There you
evil.
go.
Important.
Yeah, so he's going to protect it from evil.
That's very warm.
It will protect you from anything else like her.
You all are very nice. Look,
That's what we've been told.
what?
That's what we've been told.
Oh, that's good. I don't know what you need or what you want, but Reviscent thought that was important.
And one of the branches points over toward her, sitting next to her bedroll. There is a bell that's about 6 to 8 inches tall, 6 inches wide at the bottom of the bell.
What is it? Is it a magical bell shrub? Has she used it before?
She always took it with her. She made me come once. It wasn't fun.
I wonder if that bell is her focus or something. I'm gonna detect magic on it.
Yeah, it's magical.
What kind of magic?
Give
me.
I can never remember what school these different
Imagine knowing spell schools.
I know. I know what spell it does, but I can never remember. Evocation.
Evocation. Oh, that makes sense for a bell, doesn't it?
Yes.
She took it to the shore and she rang it, and an Angajuk came.
Oh,
A what?
What?
Angajuk?
Bessie?
No, much bigger.
What did it look like?
Like a. Have you ever seen what do they call them? A fizz? Fizz? Nessie eats them.
Fish?
Yeah,
Fish?
like that, but really big.
It's
Oh.
a giant fish.
Like
She
bigger
summons
than
a giant fish.
Well,
bigger than the temple.
Oh, gods.
Oh, perhaps it's a whale.
I don't think that's a
Um,
whale. That's a monster. That's what that
sea
is.
monster.
Megalodon.
Don't say-
That's a hyperlodon. Fuck that.
Don't say that about Angajuk. Angajuk's very nice.
All right. Well,
Oh, well, that's
Oh,
up for
reassuring.
interpretation depending upon your allegiances.
he
Anga,
nods.
Angajuk took us to the fortress.
Oh.
That's where Revisin would go to get instruction.
From who?
The
From the
sound of
maiden.
the sound of shuddering again. As soon as you say the maiden, the shuddering brush sound just fills the room. Leaves start falling off this little shrub as it's shaking in terror.
Please don't
So we-
say her name too loud.
so we take the bell. We summon this Angajuk. We
We
find.
get to the island.
There may be answers in this temple. Should we explore further?
Yes.
I think so.
I think that's wise.
We
I'm with
want
you
to
all then.
keep the bell.
Mirth?
Oh, sure.
You pick up the bell. It's an older bell. It looks like a. Yeah, there's no handle to it. It has a yoke on top, like it was hung at some point, but isn't anymore. And etched on the side of it is, in common, Dark Duchess.
It's what?
It says Dark Duchess.
Dark Duchess.
That's a nice name.
I knew a Dark Duchess once.
Mirth is going to wrap the little bell knocky thingy so it doesn't clang and accidentally cause us issues when we don't want it to be doing a thing.
That wouldn't be great.
It would be bad, and is then going to tie it onto his saddlebags, of which there are many.
Excellent.
Now we have acquired a bell.
Yeah.
What do we do with it? I guess we'll find out.
Let's go find out in the temple.
Well, she didn't
Bro-
bring it here. She took it to the water.
Right.
Thank you, says Brom. He is going to, since this was the tomb like the ladies, he's going to knock on the sarcophagus.
Hello?
There's no response.
And he's going to leave it alone.
Yeah, it was a lot of work to wake up her ladyship. Maybe it's best if we just let the girls rest.
I mean, if she wants the girls later, sure, but he doesn't really want to, like, you know, air
Yeah.
out corpses.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Anything else in the room?
There doesn't appear to be.
All right. Brom will hold the door open for the shrub in case it wants to let itself out.
Thank you.
You know your way home?
I mean,
Can you survive in sub-zero temperatures?
I've been described as hardy.
I love him. I love him so much.
God, I'm
They're my
obsessed
favorite.
with this
I want
shrub.
to get him some armor. He needs.
we
I want to
keep
get a
them?
tattoo of
Armored
him.
shrub.
Can we keep
An
them?
armored shrub.
Sir Shrub. Get him a little suit of armor, a little shield
my
sword.
God.
No, it's just
Yes.
a helmet.
It's just a foil wrapping around
Helmet,
like its
shielded
trunk.
sword. Sir
Yeah.
Sir Shrub. Knight of Yore.
Perfect.
Oh, so cute.
All right.
Well,
So head back this way. If the little shrub wants to let himself out, he can. Brahma's going to try... Or I'm going to click and drag everything. Brahma's going to go over here to investigate this room.
Okay. Another door. Also stone, just like the one before. Unlocked. Inside, unlike above, is fairly empty except for the cast aside corpse that is on the ground. The sarcophagus itself is partially askew. It's not on perfectly straight. And laying on the ground next to it is... it probably would have been a mummified corpse at some point, but seems to have been kind of desiccated and left just on the ground.
Well, that's not okay with Brahm. He's going to pick it up and put it back.
Okay. As you slide the sarcophagus lid aside so that you can put the corpse back in, there is another corpse inside the sarcophagus. Much fresher, not quite as desiccated.
They could share.
They can't share. We're going to have to bury this person.
And they share. Oh, Neo is so cute.
Brahm puts the first corpse down, and we'll try and completely push the sarcophagus lid off of this person's corpse.
You push it aside, and you get a better view of what's within. And the clothing that this tomb is wearing looks similar to Revisen's in many ways. And as you take a closer look, there's some kind of superficial similarities between the two of them. Just in how they look and are dressed and the different totems that they have on their clothing.
So she was another priestess of they was another priestess of the Frostmaiden.
It's likely.
Well, Brahm is going to relocate their corpse to the ground for now and put the proper elf back in.
Okay.
And then close the lid, probably.
Okay. When you move that corpse from within, there is a bag that was underneath that kind of rattles. Sounds a good size, more like a pack, a duffel instead of just a bag.
Merce sort of is like running his hand as this is happening over the walls, and he frowns and he's tracing the shape of a moon, which is sort of difficult to discern underneath all of this hateful graffiti. And he kind of clucks his tongue and he just says, "This horrible deity has done a number on this place that used to be so beautiful. If there's one thing that I'm seeing the longer that we're in these lands, it's that there's a lot of beauty to be found here, and she's ruining all of it."
I agree.
We have to stop her. She's ruining everything here. This land can't survive much longer.
Brahm will remove the bag as well and puts it next to this fresh body before putting the proper corpse back in. He does not open the bag yet.
Okay.
Would anyone else like to?
Open the corpse bag?
I mean,
No.
as you'll do it, nobody else is gonna. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll open the corpse bag.
Azarus, poor Azarus.
I'll open the corpse
Azarus is
bag.
like,
As you open it up, inside there are 5 different items.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
So these are, thanks to Mr. Saito's gift
We got more gifts.
earlier in the session. And I will send the details of those out afterwards so that we don't spend time with that.
Hooray.
But yeah, there are 5 magic items in here that are the gift from Mr. Saito that we will dole out
that's
afterwards.
nice.
Convenient. Thank you, Saito.
Yes. Is there a corpse husband?
And that,
Internet joke.
appears to be everything that's in here.
All right. So after that's done, Braum is going to carry that body this way and put it over here, and then is ready to go down that way.
Okay. And then at the end of that hall, Neo, since you were going down there, I'll have you take the lead for that if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just around that bend, there is a glint that catches your eye. And as you look on the wall is a full-sized mirror that is in perfect condition. The border of the mirror is silver that's so bright it could be platinum. It just shines. It's as though it was just polished. And along the border of this mirror are depicted the phases of the moon, alternating. Waxing, half, full new, the full cycle of the moon surrounds this mirror over and over again.
Huh.
Inside, you do see your own reflection.
Even more beautiful.
Aww.
So sweet.
Smooth too.
Listen. Do we know what this mirror means?
Mayhap it involves some kind of magic. If Rivissa and others like her were using it.
Where was that sundial pointing to out there?
We'll say it's
pointing to. Go ahead.
it'll just be pointing to what it is. It is waning to the new moon. What is that? Waning gibbous?
I love that word.
It's a good word, gibbous.
Gibbous.
Waning gibbous.
Gibbous.
Is it pointing towards that?
We like that word, so we'll just say
Neon
it's not pointing to that one, but it's pointing to the waning gibbous because that's a fun word.
It's a good word. Love the waning gibbous.
Neo's going to, I'm very bad at this. Neo's going to try to point in the mirror with his reflection in that direction towards what the waning gibbous.
So you point to one of the waning gibbuses that's around the...
Yeah.
As your finger reaches out to point, that waning gibbous moon begins to glow. And when you touch it, the mirror shimmers.
Yes.
Well,
I didn't expect that to happen.
well, then all the same.
What are you thinking of, Neo?
Right now, I would say Neo is thinking, of all of Tin Towns. Since Mert was talking about how beautiful it was before, he's kind of like trying to imagine what it had looked like before all the snow came and the destruction and the devastation.
The Mr. Saito. Mr. Saito, thank you so much. I just gave out your bag of magic items. We're going to detail them after session. So they did just get 5 bonus magic items. So thank you so much. Mr. Saito loves the moon.
Mr. Saito is a follower of Saloon. That's
Mr. Saito is a follower.
Saloon follower Saito, honestly. Like
The moon goddess blessings upon thee.
Within the mirror, you see this image of someone. You don't know what they look like exactly, but you get this sense that they're watching over you and care for you deeply. And then as that face fades, you get another look at 10 towns from above. The surface of the mirror at first looks liquid, covered in waves, and then when it solidifies, it's as though you're flying over Icewind Dale. You see all the beauty of the trees and the mountains. You see herds of reindeer, some of them with glowing antlers running across the plains. You see creatures hunting, eating, living. All of this passes over each of the 10 towns. And as you're looking, it's not the 10 towns from before because you can see East Haven. And as you pass over East Haven, you can see people rebuilding and helping each other, putting homes back up together. As you pass over Bryn Shander, there are those taking care of the ones displaced by the attacks. There's this moment that you watch as the image passes across 10 towns itself, and you see it in all of its beauty.
It just goes, this is what we're fighting for, and this is what we will accomplish. We have to keep going so that one day this is what we'll see when we think of the 10 towns.
Your conviction will see us forth.
By your lead, says Brom. And even though he's a tin can man right now, he's gonna give Neo a hug.
Oh.
He still has his helmet's like visor down and everything. So
It's like being held by a stapler.
Yeah, it's like he's very his surfaces are very cold right now, and he is completely armored.
But he has
a little hotter.
Yes, there you go.
Thank you.
He pats his shoulder and I suppose we should ask the lady how to get out of here.
Well, there was that one last entry we hadn't checked yet.
Right. Anyone want to lead the way?
Let's see how Fearless Leader leads us.
Go.
Can I just pick up a goat on the way
Just grab one.
for the road? Actually,
There's one terrified goat that has you.
Oh no.
As
I
you
look
get-
at it and I go, I do like the Ace Ventura face. I'm like, you're coming with me. And I think I pick up the goat. And I'm like, I'll carry it at the back. Shh. We're going to bring this as a present.
That makes perfect sense to Azarus.
Neo, you walk down. It is a door that seems heavily graffitied and scratched at, and someone has definitely tried to break their way through this and failed. But it opens for you easily. And you pass back into the moon dial portion of this temple. In front of you are one of those statues pointing in a random direction. And up above is Sonar, who's looking down at you. Did everything go well?
It did, my lady.
That is good. Did you find assistance? Do you have direction?
Yes.
Points to the bell on Mirth's saddle bag.
Mirth shakes it a little.
Are the statues still pointing everywhere?
Every time you look away and look back, they're pointing in a different direction.
We should just ask her about those, maybe.
Yeah.
That might not be a bad idea.
Oh, yeah. That's so smart.
You know,
Sonar, these statues seem to be facing in different directions every time we look. Why?
It's the enchantment that protects this place. Saloon believes that everyone is redeemable, that everyone has a chance to learn and grow. And so once they arrive here, until they learn what it means to understand the compassion that Saloon shows to others, they stay here. The statues are part of the enchantment. Once you arrive at the temple, you stay until the priestess releases you.
Oh. How do we move on?
If you're prepared to go, I can unlock the door.
You don't have to just yet. I did want to ask if you have a moment. Is there anything else that we should know before we go forth?
I feel as though I have been asleep for a very long time. So I don't know if I am the right person to answer that. Perhaps what you should know is what all followers of the Lady of the Moon should know. That the night is dark. It terrifies many. But her light is a guide to those who need it. Be that guide. Shine that light in this darkness. Warm this cold land with your presence. And you will be doing her well.
Brom kind of drops into a kneel with his sword out, so he's going like this. It's a little awkward. I'll do my best.
Neo goes besides Brom and does the same thing. Without the sword.
A hulking Azarus will kneel as well.
Yeah, samesies.
Samesies.
Then as you go from this place, go with Selûne's blessing. May the darkness of night never cloud your vision. May you see as you need to see, to spread compassion, empathy, embrace those around you. As you look up, the darkness of Icewind Dale brightens a little.
Aww.
And the light of the moon is sufficient for you to see as though it's full day.
Wow.
While you are outside under the moon, all of you have dark vision as though it's not dark.
Damn. Nice.
Wow.
Oh,
Incredible.
It does not
like
fall.
for now? Or forever?
We'll see.
For some time.
At least for right now.
For a measure of time.
For a measure of time we had this. That's
Well,
so cool.
As you
We
look
got blessed
around,
by the moon.
you can see with greater detail than you have in the weeks that you've been here. You see the creatures in the snow that run away long before the edge of your light reaches them. You see the birds in the trees huddled against the cold. For the first time in a long time, you see.
Brom gasps. It's beautiful. Being a human, he does not have great dark vision and relied on his sword to see. So he was only he was only able to see as far as his sword could project light, and oftentimes he'd actually have like dimmer light, like a torch, because he didn't want to be too bright to alert other creatures. So he kind of like looks around. His eyes are very wide. He's finally puts his visor up, so he now has a face and stuff.
Neo, who already had dark vision, is just like looking around confused. He's like, what do you see?
Neo, what you can see is color.
Hey.
There
Cool.
are shades of blue you didn't realize in the ice under the snow. There's green in the evergreens around you. What you take for granted with that dark vision is that the world has so many beautiful shades of color. And it's no longer just black and white to you.
So pretty.
See it now, actually.
Azarus will scoop Neo up and plant him just on like one of his shoulders and just, here, a better look.
Aww.
Mirth immediately puts up his hands.
Uppies.
I'll put Mirth on the other shoulder as well. I got one of my boys on each shoulder.
Yes.
Love my boys.
As a quick aside, DM, just
Yes.
so we don't forget,
Yep.
you mentioned that Ravison had a notebook on top of the sarcophagus.
Yep.
I feed it to my book.
Okay.
Yeah, the book.
Also, what did it say?
Yes, the book.
So at a quick glance, without taking too much time to read it,
Yeah.
uh,
Just like
a lot of what you expect to find, like ravings of an unhinged person, a lot of hate against other people, and a lot of they're draining, or they're what'd she call it? They're like fleas. They're an infestation, a pest, just a lot of kind of in general just hate toward humanity.
I've added it to Kindle.
It's a
Okay.
yeah. This is a self-published manifesto of sorts.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Not that I. Oh, go ahead. Oh no, I was just saying
Guard.
like, not that Brom would know because he didn't read it, but I suppose it might tell us who the other druid is, who Brom would haul out of the temple area to bury more properly with the two frozen people.
Possible.
Yeah. If you want to read it later, we can.
Yep.
But it's in the Hungry Book.
If you ever want to refer to it, go ahead. So go ahead and put Ravison's journal, for lack of a better descriptor. Because I don't want to have. I want to say write Ravison's manifesto. That sounds rough. That's a rough word.
That's
not
a
clever
word.
enough
Rough
for
word.
manifesto.
That's a word.
That's a
friend.
word.
It's definitely a
But it's-
All out
word.
of her
It's a
journal
lot
to the
closer
notes.
to that. It's a lot closer to that than the. So you found
it
you found a
sounded like that.
journal in the house where they talked about bringing, warriors of light back to life. You found a nice journal there. This is not a nice journal.
This is a journal.
Oh,
This is a.
What is the plan, team? Where you go from here?
That's a good question. Can we get the map back up real quick? I'm gonna have to
Yes.
figure it out.
Brom is going to ask the priestess if she needs anything else in the meantime.
I believe that I have a temple to restore.
That you do. My apologies.
You are in a non-specific place within the Lonely Wood.
All right. Well,
Crack open our notes.
we know that that Ravison used the bell at the coast, at the coast to bring big fish, not to the
Angajuk.
yeah, that I'm still calling them big fish. And so I feel like we should make our way. I mean, I noticed there's a strong lack of what town out here, but maybe we stock up on supplies somewhere, get everything we can, and just start heading north.
We can turn in the bounty on the moose.
That
I
too.
think we were offered a lot of money for that.
That might get us some cash.
Yep.
So yeah, I say we do that. Stock up on supplies, get enough that we can actually travel with decent, efficiency, and then start shooting north till we get to the coast.
All right, let's do
Mirth
it.
flips open the book and just says, just to remind all of us and I think he actually has notes. Mirth
Oh,
is now the
notes.
note taker and always has been. He loves scrapbooking.
Yay.
We did this, so you're right. We should turn in the moose. There's also goblins south of Bryn Shander, which is something randomly on the docket that Brom's boyfriend mentioned a while ago. An ice.
Wait, does Mirth say boyfriend?
Yeah.
Brom sputters. He's not my boyfriend. He's my superior.
Ah!
That's not what your fan fiction says.
What are you talking
Mirth
about?
doesn't say that. Mirth doesn't say something that silly. He thinks it.
Brom is just he just kind of adjusts his. He doesn't have a cloak anymore, which was his number one thing to adjust. So instead, he adjusts his belt, cinches it too tight. His armor creaks.
Picks up a handful
And
of
then-
ice and starts chomping the ice.
Just nervous
What are you
eating.
talking about?
Oh god. Also we have the Tourmaline mine shut down is a note that we have on our notes as well. And the voices in the woods, so
Yeah,
and the nest. We have a lot. You're right. Let's go stock up on our stuff and we'll we'll come at it with a fresh mind.
You're pretty sure the voices in the woods match these
Were
talking animals.
That's right. We beat that quest. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes. We should. I think we have a time budget thing with the Frostmaiden.
It is, I believe, 3 days.
So don't have enough time to get Gerblins, probably, much to Brom's sadness. Should probably go stock up on stuff and turn in the moose quest though, before heading up north. And we don't need a boat because the fish can take us if it decides that it doesn't hate us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sounds good.
So you all are able to leave the temple behind and head through the Lonely Wood itself back to the town of Lonely Wood. The journey is just a few hours and you are invigorated, and now that you can see much more clearly, have very little trouble navigating back. You get to the edge of the town of Lonely Wood, and there's a kind of a great deal of hustle and bustle. There's a lot of activity toward the center of town, which is essentially what you came to last time as well. So as you get to town, essentially, a lot of folks are heading quickly toward the center.
Hey, welcome back to Lonelywood. How we feeling, kids?
Brom is also going to hustle to the center of town, wondering if there's going to be another immolation.
Oh, I forgot about that. Neo runs after.
As you run, you get to this crossroad, which essentially serves as a town center of sorts. Mm-hmm. As you do, there's a large group gathered. The remains of the event before have been cleared away. And as you push your way through the crowd, in fact, you can see, and Azarus, you can see most clearly, because being taller than everyone else and anyone on your shoulders at the time as well. You can see toward the center, there are 3 figures. Very large, very metallic, and very Azarus looking. The 2 are in pristine condition. Perfect. And between them, they are assisting a 3rd who is missing an arm, has obvious damage across his chest. One of the horns on the helm is broken away completely. And in the remaining hand, dragging behind on the ground, is a Durgar war axe, a war pick. The 2 are helping this 3rd limp forward, and Azarus, you can recognize them at a glance. It's not difficult at all. For everyone else, it might be a little bit tougher, but on either side helping are Veritas and Solomere. And in the center is Honor.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Azarus will kind of almost stutter step, pause, and maybe look at his other friends, kind of very quietly asking if he's allowed to, if it's okay if he goes and talk to them.
Absolutely.
Brom nods. He's gonna follow because he's gonna ask this guy if he's okay. He doesn't know it's Honor. He's sorry, he's a dumb human.
That's all right.
But he's like, are you okay?
Yeah, he'll just lumber over really fast. Just,
yep.
Friends, are you well?
The 2 new Metal Guard, Veritas and Solomere, say, "Here, this is the friend who saves. We told you he could help." Honor tilts his head up and sees you. "Ah, yes, Azarus, we've met. They said there was another who helped them, guided them. They found me as I was looking for you. I made my decision. I came to live my own life. Looks down at the missing arm and the obvious damage and the Durgar war pick. They did not want me to.
And you escaped anyway.
You said I could be what I wanted to be. And I want to find what that is.
And I am proud of you for it.
Veritas looks between the two of you. I am very glad that you have met. It is good. We were coming back anyway, Azarus, friend who saves.
And why?
This place is very big and very dark. And we worry that we cannot make our way through it without breaking what's around us.
You all are so young. You all need guidance.
We do. We want to learn. We want to see. We want to be. But we cannot on our own. Friend who saves, you have your friends around you. We would like friends around us as well. We have come together, but us three do not know what to do.
I think there's probably several moments of silence before the big guy slowly kind of wheels around, and it's just 5 and 3 are bad odds. 4 and 4 are better numbers, right?
Brom nods.
Or shakes his head.
Neil looks confused.
I think that means it's time for us to part ways, friends.
What do you mean part ways?
It has been an honor to help and serve you all, but there are others who need my help now. This world will be saved. You all will save it. I will stand at your backs. You may face challenges ahead, things that you may wish I was there to assist you with. But I can assure you, from behind, I will let nothing pass me. Go forward. Save this world.
Brom does the thing because he did not fail this wisdom save somehow. Azur's much taller than him, but he reaches up to his helmet, and he's also wearing a helmet, and touches forehead to forehead, like, I'll miss you.
I will never be too far. Sir Brom, you carry a light in you everywhere you go. Never let that be extinguished. For me?
Like, he knocks his, he can't see it because he can't see me, but he knocks his fist against his chest as like a salute.
He'll offer it back. And Mirth, the joy you have carried everywhere in this place has infected so many people. I have seen it make them better. Please keep spreading it.
I think Mirth is crying.
Azurus will pat his head.
But like not in the guilt trippy way.
Mm-hmm. No, I got
but
you.
Just like, you know what I mean? Not
I
like
know.
in the whiny little asshole way, but like in the sad way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he stomps over and he gives you like an angry hug that like kind of sounds like it hurts when he slams his head on you like Kong. It's like, oh, there go a couple brain cells. And I think he stays there for a second and he says, Azurus, last of the Metal Guard. And I think he puts that in like he tries to joke about it. It's like an air quote last because there's the rest of you. How dare you? And he says, first among friends. My life is brighter for knowing you. May the wind forever be at your back and the moon on your face.
And yours as well.
Clonk.
He looks over at Neo, and if you'll allow, I think he actually picks him up, just like actually lifts him like face to face with him for the briefest bit. Levels him just the most serious face and like a non-robotic expression his face can give, and just keep them safe from me. Yes?
I'll try.
You will. It's what heroes do.
Are you sure that we can't go with you?
You all have much bigger things to worry about than me now. Hard to believe, I'm sure.
You have to be one of the strongest people I know, and all the strength that I have you to thank for. So thank you so much for all that you've done for me, for us, and the adventures.
Thank you for reminding me what good soldiers are. And Astoria, I've only recently met you, and I can't thank you enough for the lessons you've taught me. And though this group may be losing a warrior, I'm glad they're gaining an angel. Watch over them.
Of course. And I know that you're going to go forward and do just amazing things. And I can't wait for when this is all over, whatever that means. I don't entirely understand yet, but whenever this is all over, I can't wait to hear about all of the things that you did.
And we'll see you all again someday. But until then, take care of yourselves and each other, please. He turns and presses the gateway ring in his chest open. And I think as he gestures the other three through, he stops and I love you all too.
Thank you for being my friend.
And thank you for being mine.
Neo's gonna do like the Attack on Titan, if everyone knows what it is, salute pose. He's just gonna.
Together, the last of the Metal Guard turn toward the open portal. Standing side by side, in perfect form, in step, the three just a half step behind Azarus, watching closely all that he does, pass through. The gate closes, and that is where we will end this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in here at the end of our evening tonight. We are about to take a couple weeks off, a couple sessions off, and we are saying goodbye to Azarus and Foxy, as Foxy is stepping aside. Still able to be found all over the internets. Head over to Neon Lights Roleplay. Keep an eye out there. Make sure you follow. I think we're on Foxy Eternal at this point for Twitter.
That's the account. Yep, I checked it. That's the one right now.
I'm
Yep,
sure that's
this
the
is the one
current
right
one.
now.
We're gonna stay on that one for as long as possible. I give myself 3 months.
I say you have about a month. I was gonna say a month and a half, but yeah, 3 months or dude. Make sure that you follow there. Don't miss out on Foxy. Foxy has been a pleasure to have at the table. Love him dearly. Brings a fantastic energy and fun and an awareness of the story being told. So thank you so much for that. As for everyone here, we're going to take just a couple minutes for any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, qualms, and wonderful things to say about Foxy as we say our goodbyes before we close down for the evening.
Don't mind me as I cry on main. And
Yeah, I
thanks,
know, right? Jeez.
thank you, Azarus, for doing the I go, you stay, no following. You just gotta like Iron Giant us all the way.
Actually, though, listen, it's not a Foxy game without anyone crying.
Someone's got to cry. It's required.
Someone's got to cry.
This happens in all of them.
I have a strict no crying policy.
I mean, but like,
I've cried in so many Foxy games. It happens in every game.
But like, I can't even blame this on me. Like, this was all of you. Like, I made Azarus as a throwaway character. I was hopping in for an episode. We've had this talk enough times, but like, you all made like that love in him. You know, like you all made that friendship in him. It wasn't me. You know, like I feel attached to Azarus as a character because of the way he kind of just popped up and all these great people were just like, hey, welcome in. And it kind of feels a lot like I felt coming here and meeting all of you, you know? And I told y'all in the pre-call, this is like a table I'm going to keep with me for a real, real long time. Y'all are incredible people. It definitely hurts to go, but I absolutely like, I don't know. I would never want to have taken this experience back. Like, and I am so happy that y'all let me be at this table, and I can't think of a better person to leave y'all with than Heck, you know? Like, so I don't know. I'm just happy y'all let me be here, honestly.
Always.
Anything else anyone wants to share? Any questions from chat about Azarus or plans from here or anything at all? And is there any other epilogue that you want to add to what happens after, or do you want to leave that open? What do you want to share or have any thoughts about Azarus and the other 3 Metal Guard, or just let it sit? Either way is fine.
I think there's a couple of things. There's definitely some holes in the story, but I think overall Azarus keeps his promise. He keeps the way behind them clear, make sure that nothing that comes up on them from behind can get to them, because they have a big goal to get through, you know? As for the other Metal Guard, I think he shows them all the things his friends showed him: patience and humility and kindness and how to look at things before you swing at them. I think he just repeats all the things his friends have taught him and just says, I don't know what you guys will take from this, but here's everything that I learned, and I hope it means something to you all the same way these people meant something to me. As for what he does in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. I think the big guy just kind of goes around for a bit, finds things to do, places to be. He fucks around for another 100 or 2 years. Eventually finds a good place to stop and look at the sunset and doesn't move again, you know?
That'd be cute to Miyazaki's like Castle in the Sky,
exactly,
and he wakes up and there are 2 Ghibli kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you've been great to play with, Foxy.
I said it before and I'll say it again. I want to play with all of you sometime again in the future. Please don't let this be the last time I sit at a table with all of you. That's my only request. Like, some of you, obviously we already have that covered. Some of y'all we haven't yet, but please, if ever there's an opportunity, our schedules align and we have the time together, I would kill to roll dice and tell stories with any of you.
Thank you, Foxy.
Thank you.
Foxy,
Thank you.
you're absolutely amazing. I can't say too much on the stream because I will cry, because I'm a big crier. I've already cried enough. But yes, you are absolutely amazing. One of the best role players I've ever played with, and you've made this little family of ours so much more complete since your time arriving, and I have not experienced such joy than with playing with you.
I can't explain to you how happy that makes me, man. Honestly, y'all are so great. And like, I don't know, there isn't a more accurate way to describe it than family. And it's not me, it's just y'all. Like, this, Heck and I have had talks about it. There's something about this table that just feels like a family. Like, no matter who pops in for a guest episode, who comes in for 1 episode or 2 or 3 or a bajillion, it feels like a family. And I've always felt like a family here. Y'all are great. Like, I don't know. I said it already. Y'all are incredible.
The table that begs to keep every guest that sits down.
Look, if we could be like a party of like 10, we'd be look,
Could be.
Brom,
Yeah.
We have half of TPK in this party by now. Like,
yeah, keep in mind, like, Brom is like ready to recruit like every freaking creature. Like,
Shrub.
if we could have gotten the shrub where it's
we should have taken the shrub.
come with us.
It's not too late to go find the shrub. Yeah, for people who are watching who don't know, when Foxy came to sub in for us one time, we were like, oh my god, we love him. Can we keep him? The answer is yes. It's like when you bring home a particularly wonderful person and you're like, this person we need to have. And then your dad's like, yeah.
And I'm so glad y'all did. You know, like I 100% thought it was all just like throwaway jokes when they were like, can we keep him? But then like HPDMing was like, hey, so do you actually want to stay? And I was like, yeah, these people are great. I would love to keep playing with them. And I am so glad I did. Like, yeah.
I'd like you to know that whenever I say can we keep them, I'm 100% serious, and also I never joke. I'm not even kidding. I had someone, so I asked one of my friends, like, you know, just asking for a friend, you know, something or other, and they're like, so what do you want? I'm like, no, I was literally asking for a friend. They asked me where you did this thing, so if I wanted something, I would tell you, hey, I want this thing, tell me what it is. Tell me where I can find it. I am not that indirect.
I can admire it. Nothing wrong with that.
So.
Ugh.
If there's nothing else, I'll close, and we will shut off the stream.
Go cry for a while. Jesus.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'll close with this. So I have absolutely adored how a one-shot, one and done, fill in, let me throw a fighter together character became such a fun little part of the story that became a very big part of the story. The quest for Azarus finding himself is something that ran in the background of just about every adventure that we did. And we found a lot of clues and a lot of bits and a lot of pieces, and in the end, I hope gave Azarus a lot of purpose. So it has been a pleasure and an honor to DM for Azarus and you. I am happy to any time, and I know that I will be at a table with you DMing sometime soon also. So that is us for tonight. We are going to do our sign-offs, tell everyone who you are, where they can find you, what you're up to, and then after we get around, I will hit the off button. So we're going to go backwards again by starting with Rox.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rox, pronouns he, him. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Wizard King Rox. And yeah, thank you all for coming tonight.
Up the heck.
Hey, that's me. Hey, everyone. It's me, Sir Heckalot. You know. Tonight I played Astoria, the ASMR lore bard. You can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckalot. Pretty much all platforms. In terms of the TTRPG space, you can't find me until next Thursday over on Lost Caravan RPG. I'm moving this weekend, so I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow and Sunday probably, and then hopefully streaming a bunch on my personal channel. I'm trying to start a fundraiser this month, and we'll see if it happens. And then on the 14th, you can find me at Neon Lights Roleplay with the Violet Sea. Got a little scheduling thing, so we're on a Saturday instead. On TPK, you can find me every other Tuesday and Thursday for Module Week, and now I guess upcoming for every other Fridays when we come back from hiatus. And lastly, I would like to shout out the Coven game that we have for this month on the 22nd, playing Basic Witches. But that is about it. Let's keep on keeping on.
On to Al.
Is that me? Hey, I'm Al. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me on socials at Al_Lucart on all the things.
Down to T.
Hey, I'm T, and you can find me crying here, but also I'm Jeremy at tumblr.com if you want to follow me. I also have shiningsensualcomic.com, which is where we're updating the comic, hopefully sometime soon. We have it in the works. So hopefully we'll get issue 3 and 4 sometime later next year or this year. Otherwise, you can find me sporadically elsewhere, but probably most reliably here. Usually every other Friday, where I play Braum, and I'm not very active on Twitter, but I occasionally post there, so you can find me mostly for game updates there.
And Foxy.
Hey, folks. It's Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite fox, Philly's finest. You can find me on the internet at Foxy Eternal, FOXXII. Eternal spelled the way it normally is. Next place you'll see me at is tomorrow over on Neon Lights Roleplay, GMing against the Light, my Kingdoms and Warfare campaign, which is coming to a rousing conclusion in about 2 episodes. Other than that, I'm around in plenty of places, and it's looking forward to that. I will say, just so people are aware, if you felt like, oh man, no more Foxy on TPK, that would be unfortunate. Well, there is exactly one other time you can catch me here, and that will be in July. I believe it's the 11th. I might be wrong. For the Constellation game of Iron GM, where I will team up with Osera X Franco and absolutely devour our competition whole. It will be great. Again, this has been one of the best tables I've ever sat at. I have had an honor being with all of you, and we'll be thinking about this for a very long time. Thank you all.
And I am Last Hit Point Hero. You can find me at Last HP Hero on Twitter, Twitch, which I haven't. I mean, it still says Lost Ark, and I haven't played that game in like a month and a half. So
Imagine.
I mean, has anyone played that game in a month and a half? Probably.
Let's talk about it.
But you can find me on that. We are done until June 17th, which is when we will come back and see what happens in the wake of Azris's departure, with just a few days left before the winter solstice. I think that is it. Sorry, I've got a ping. Let me see if that's something for right now. It's not. Okay. Then I will see you all then. Until we see you, one thing. Just one thing. Be good. See you when we see you.